things just keep getting better for the Indiana Fever. Let's take a closer look at this play. Caitlin has the ball, and despite the defense doubling up on her, she still manages to dish a pass to Boston. In another play, Caitlin faces just one defender, making it easier for her to step back and hit a three-pointer. Is it a swipe? Clark steps back, hits a three, proving how tough it is to guard the Fever's offense when Clark is in control. What we're seeing here is undeniable proof that the Fever is no longer the team everyone underestimated. Since Clark found her groove in the league, this team has transformed into a true winning machine. Not convinced? Well, let me break down what happened in their game against the Los Angeles Sparks. Clark didn't just dominate. She made history, securing a triple-double that left everyone in awe. And the most remarkable part? This is just one chapter in the Fever's extraordinary turnaround. Folks, get ready, because what I'm about to show you will completely shift your perspective on the Indiana Fever and the WNBA playoffs. This team isn't just playing well, they're sending a loud message to the league. Underestimate the Fever at your own risk. Since the break, the Indiana Fever has been unstoppable, with 7 wins and just 1 loss. That's an 87.5% win rate for a team many wrote off as mediocre at the season's start. This is nothing short of spectacular. But what changed? The obvious answer is Caitlin Clark. She's finally adjusted to the high-speed tempo of the WNBA, and the results have been incredible. In the game against the Sparks, Clark didn't just make history with her triple-double. She dominated in a way few rookies can. She racked up 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, the kind of performance that can change the trajectory of a franchise. And here's the kicker. She pulled this off against a Sparks defense that was dead set on stopping her. But it would be unfair to give all the credit to Clark. The Fever as a whole has evolved. It's a collective effort that has turned Indiana into a formidable opponent for anyone in the league. What we're witnessing is a team that's found its identity. They're no longer an easy target. Every game is now a battle, and the Fever is proving they can win these battles consistently. This demonstrates the incredible chemistry developing between the Fever's stars. It's that kind of synergy, making the extraordinary seam routine, that makes this team so dangerous. Clark is elevating her teammates' performance, and when you have 2 young stars like Clark and Boston in sync on the court, the possibilities are endless. Now, let's focus on a play that didn't get much attention, but was absolutely pivotal in the Fever's last win. I'm talking about Lexi Hull's offensive rebound in the game's final minutes. Kelsey Mitchell misses a three-pointer, the ball bounces off the rim, and it looks like a Sparks player will grab it. But then, Hull seemingly comes out of nowhere, leaps higher than everyone, snatches the rebound, and, in one motion, draws a foul, earning 2 free throws for the Fever at a critical point in the game. This is the kind of hustle that doesn't fill up the stat sheet but wins championships. It's that extra effort, the willingness to go after every loose ball that separates good teams from great ones, and Hull is proving why she's an essential piece of this Fever puzzle. This speaks to the depth of this team. It's not just about Clark, Boston, or Mitchell. Every player understands their role and is prepared to step up when needed. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the playoffs. With their current streak, the Fever hasn't just clinched a spot. They've sent a clear message to the league. They're not here just to participate. They're here to compete for the title. Be honest, who thought at the season's start that the Fever would be in this position? A team that finished last season with just 13 wins, now has 18 victories, and still has games left. That's what we call a remarkable turnaround. So, what makes the Fever such a dangerous team heading into the playoffs? First, we have the Caitlin Clark factor. She's not just a talented rookie, she's a game changer, capable of shifting the outcome of a series with her ability to create plays out of thin air. In the playoffs, where every possession matters, having a player like Clark is an invaluable asset. Then there's the versatility of the roster. Aaliyah Boston dominating in the paint, Kelsey Mitchell providing a constant perimeter threat, Nalissa Smith stretching the floor, and players like Lexi Hull making clutch plays. This depth gives Coach Christie's sides a range of tactical options to adapt to different opponents. Perhaps the most significant factor is this team's mindset. They're playing with a level of confidence and determination that's palpable. Watch any of their recent games, and you'll notice they have no fear, even when facing the league's top teams. They believe they can beat anyone, and that kind of belief can carry a team deep into the playoffs. Of course, the road ahead won't be easy. Teams like the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty are favorites for a reason. But, as we all know, anything can happen in the playoffs. The Fever has all the right pieces: a rising superstar, a balanced roster, solid defense, and most importantly, the right mentality. This wouldn't be the first time an underdog shocked the league and took home the championship, so keep a close eye on the Fever. They're no longer a team to be taken lightly. They're a legitimate threat, and any team that underestimates them might end up with serious regrets. I realize I've given you a lot to digest, but what's happening with the Indiana Fever is genuinely special. A few months ago, many Fever fans were likely bracing themselves for another rebuilding season. Now they're dreaming of a title. And here's the most exciting part. This is just the beginning. Caitlin Clark is still a rookie, and Aaliyah Boston is only in her second year. This Fever core has the potential to dominate the league for years to come. Imagine the Fever heading into the playoffs as one of the league's hottest teams. Caitlin Clark playing at an MVP level, Aaliyah Boston controlling the paint, and a roster that believes they can beat anyone. But here's the thing. Now the pressure is real. It's no longer about exceeding expectations. It's about living up to them. How will this young team handle that? And think about their potential playoff matchups. Do you think the Las Vegas Aces want to face the Fever in a series? What about the New York Liberty? They might have more experience, but can they handle the Fever's unpredictable offense? Then there's the endurance factor. The WNBA season is intense, and Clark and Boston have never been through anything like this before. Will they be able to maintain this level of play when every game feels like a do-or-die situation? There's also the psychological factor. The Fever has been the underdog for so long, but now they're a legitimate threat. How will they handle that shift? All of this leads to one burning question. Is the Fever ready to take the next step? There's no denying the talent, but turning that talent into a WNBA championship is a whole different ballgame. Over the coming months, we'll find out what this team is really made of. Can Caitlin Clark carry her regular season magic into the playoffs? Can Aaliyah Boston hold her own against the league's top centers night after night? And above all, can the Fever do the unthinkable and become WNBA champions? The journey starts now, and it promises to be one of the most exciting we've ever seen in the league's history. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think the Fever is a genuine title contender, or do they need more time? Who do you think will be their biggest challenge in the playoffs? And if you're a fan of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, or just love a good underdog story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's follow this incredible Fever playoff run together. I'll be bringing you all the updates, analysis, and highlights as this team rewrites the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.